Are we live now?
Yeah, we are live now. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome once again to the Delali Network. We are bringing to you how to use AI ethically in your graduate school application process. We are not saying you should just use AI to copy and paste, but how to use it ethically to guide you in your application process. So I'll allow my brother to introduce himself and he'll take it from there. So over to you, bro.
All right. Hi. I'm Theo, and as you know me already from last week, we started this school application, and I'm a graduate. I was a graduate research assistant at Wichita State, and so I've completed, and I'm I'm happy to share my experience and help those who are also trying to participate in the school application journey. So I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much, my brother. So we are handing over the session to you. You take us
Yeah.
through the process today. Yeah.
Yeah. So hi. So as we are starting the section, we are going to use AI to help us with our school application, and AI is a very great tool that anybody who tells you not to use AI is really not helping you. Okay, AI is a great tool, but what they should teach you is how to ethically use it. Right. So my advisor and others were talking about AI and they were telling us to use AI, but we should make sure we are using it in the right way. So it's best for you to be taught how to use AI in the right way, not the wrong way, because AI is here to stay, it's never here to leave. And it helps you to do things smarter and faster. Okay, so before I start my stuff, let me sound a caution to you guys before we start. Um, okay, so I've already opened ChatGPT. So um, there is this story. Before I continue, there is this story. If you search on Google, you'll find it. There is this lawyer. This is a story just 2023. That is 2 years ago. So a lawyer used GPT. He really sent it to the courtroom. All right, he sent it to the courtroom for so it included six fictitious case citations generated by artificial AI, ChatGPT, which the stories were never true. And he didn't verify, and he sent it over there, and they were fined $5,000 for what he did. And so we call him the ChatGPT lawyer, and that is what is happening to so many people. The fact that AI gives you something doesn't mean it's right. Now AI is in its developmental stage. Now AI is coming up. AI has a long way to go, and they have their sources and their stories, and sometimes they can lie. So whatever AI gives you as a human, make sure you verify them before you use it. Even in your academics, if you get here and you are using AI, make sure you verify those stuff before you submit your answers. If you use AI, any AI to use it. Okay. So that is a caution. And another caution I have for you is this. Beneath it, I think they've stopped it. They used to write ChatGPT can make mistakes, so verify. I think they've stopped it. But yes, ChatGPT can make mistakes. Okay, so um, please verify anything that AI gives you before you use it. And the fact that one thing I will also say is that you're a human being. You are not a robot. You are a human being. It is robots that are fed with information. They are fed with information. You have the ability to dissect the information, extract what you want to extract. You are not a robot. So make sure you are amendable. Anything AI gives you, you have to read it and verify the information right from it. So you don't just use AI. And also, one thing that I've also noticed is that people have been using AI to write their SOPs. And in academia, every institution has its own rules. We don't use AI in academia. AI generation shows you are very unfaithful, and just common school application, you are using AI to write it. How much more we give you the opportunity to start schooling. That means you are going to use AI throughout. So AI is supposed to guide you. AI is not supposed to generate stuff for you. You can use AI for some things, and I will show you some of the things you can use AI for. But you cannot use AI for especially academic, strictly academic stuff like writing SOP, like writing your thesis and other stuff. It's strictly out of bound. Okay, so starting with AI, if you're a student and I'm going to use ChatGPT. There are so many AIs, but ChatGPT is one of the famous ones. But if you're a student and you have Grok account, student email, you can use Grok, right? Grok is free for 3 months. It's for Elon. Okay, so Grok.com. So if you use whatever thing you use for ChatGPT for Grok 2. I don't know why my Grok is not open. It has ended, so they are not. Um, yeah, my Grok is in. So there's Grok, and I've signed it. I've signed up for 3 months for free. Okay, so whatever thing that you want to do, you can use it. You can also use ChatGPT. This one gives you opportunity to use premium, but um, if you are a student, sign up with Grok. Go to grok.com and sign up with your student email. You get 3 months Grok for free. Okay. But today I'll be using ChatGPT to do our stuff. So go to chatgpt.com, then start using it for whatever thing we are doing. So the first thing that we can use AI to do to help us with the stress. So back then, this is what I used to do when I was searching for school. So if I pick a state like New York, I will tell Google list universities in New York. Right? If I pick a state, that's what I was doing. Then I used to go through back then, before then. So I will go through all these schools to search for my program. So then one stay, one school for my program and other stuff. So this is basically what I was doing. But now with AI, we can search for schools with AI. That's one of the first things we want to do. So I think this one I taught last time. Like, so we have 50 states in US. Okay, so tell AI to list the 50 states in USA. So AI is basically you feeding it with information and you command it to give you what you want. Okay, not what AI wants. If you let AI think for you, then you are not a human being. You have changed into a robot. Okay. So if I pick this, so if I pick this state and I want to find for schools for my program, let's say English. Okay, so Alabama. So I tell it list universities in Alabama that offers MS English with assistantship. Okay, so let's see what we have for Alabama. So this is premium version, but if you have the normal version, it will give you. And the fact that has given you doesn't mean it's always right. You have to verify. That's what I'm telling you. So let's see if it's true. Sometimes it's false. I bet you sometimes it's false. I think last time when we did it. So for English, they have assistantships over here and other stuff. So it looks like it's true. They have assistantship for English. I mean, last time, if you didn't attend the section for last week Saturday, you can check the types of assistantships you should check for your program. That is a build up for this session. So if you didn't join the section from last week or you've not even watched, go back and watch that one. Then you can understand whatever thing that we are doing over here. Okay. So they have these assistantships that you can push in. So yeah. Another thing I've also realized is that the fact that you read only English doesn't mean it's only English you can also do. So we have related programs. So what are the related programs, related master's programs somebody with BSc English can apply to. in USA with assistantship, right? Okay, so you are not doing this for only one program. Okay, so there is another program. So you can be searching for schools. So what you can be doing is you are searching for schools for MS English, MA English, MA in Creative Arts, MA. So you can be doing for all of them. Okay, so English, Creative Arts. So you get more schools. At the end of the day, you have so many schools. So you have to be sending these code emails and other stuff. By the time you realize you have English, you can get about two schools. In my creative arts, you can get about two schools. This one you can get about two schools. About two schools. You have like eight schools to apply to. You can like let's take like you get eight schools, you get admission into three, you get denied by five. You are still secured. Okay. So you don't really do for only one program, you do it for related your program and related programs. Okay. And let's take for example those who are having professional programs like PA, physician assistant, and others. It's very difficult for you to get funding for physician assistant because it is a professional program like this program like law. It's a professional program. So what you do is you do related programs, right? You get related programs that you can get to. If you get into United States and you get money and you want to go and do your PA, then you go and do the PA because for me like this I couldn't pay if they didn't take my assistant my tuition and other stuff. I wouldn't have paid. So you should be able to do related programs. So if I pick this one I did, so you do Alabama, you do Alabama for all these schools, you get all the schools that are funding, then you do your code emails, then you go and pick different states, you do it for all these programs. So by the time you realize you have so many schools. Okay, so it's not only one program you should also rely on. So we can use ChatGPT to really search for schools. So one of the things that we've learned, not ChatGPT, like Grok AI too can do this. If I use Grok AI can also do it for me. All right. So that is one thing that we can use ChatGPT to do.
So
Okay.
can you do maybe some additional tool
Okay.
for
Let me
people
do
who
let
just
me
join so that they
for
can have a view of what they
Yeah,
will also do when they
let me
graduate?
do for let me find a state like Louisiana and let me do mathematics or geology. Okay, so universities in that offers MS geology or geography or with assistantship. Okay, so let's see what AI will do for us. Okay, so we have this one which you have to verify. It's not because AI said it now, and then you are in a haste to go and do. This is a news that graduates. So this is their form at the university's website form. I think they will have assistantship somewhere. That is why yeah, assistantship over there. So they give assistantship made by so yeah, so GTAs and GRE, so geology, okay. And the admission they have fall, they have spring, they have spring, but I'm sure for international students to be for fall and some and spring. But I mean, most of the admissions, the funding they give it in the fall. So if you're a student and you're applying to schools, target there's Oklahoma State. They open Oklahoma State University for me. You see, this is an example. That's why I'm saying you should verify. This is that of Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is not even in Louisiana, but they've given me Oklahoma State stuff. Okay, but in case you can also check yourself. So you just copy this one, just copy it that way.
And open a
MS
new tab.
Geology. Yeah, open a new tab. Graduate assistantship. Let me see. Even if I make a mistake, um, yeah. So yes, let me see if it can take. Yeah, this is graduate school. It should take me to their main website, the geology. Is it geology or what? What did I? What did
Yeah,
I
I
say
think you type.
geography or geology?
You
Um,
type geo. I think you type
Geography is
geography.
geography. I did geology. Yeah, geography. That's why.
Okay.
Looks like they weren't having. So yeah, the geography website is there, and they have teaching assistantships available. I can say this for 2025 though, but 2026. Then you go through their application stuff. So statement of purpose and other stuff. I mean, we will use this website to do other stuff, and they have their funding and other stuff, funding GTA and other stuff
Oh,
over
they
there, and
found
what is
about 20 students through departmental assistantships. Wow, that was for
GTA, yeah,
2025.
and they will have GRA. So they have GTA and GRA. So you can 20 students getting GTA. Probably you can be one of them. And if you are fortunate and you send code emails and a professor has grants, you can be on GRA. So that is also that they have travel grants. If you are going for conferences, you can apply and other stuff. So it's quite interesting. So this is also to set for schools. Don't go to anybody and go and ask him or her how to. Please help me to search for schools and other stuff. Okay. So let's take like we are interested in applying to this program. The next one we are going to do is AI, using AI to help you build your resume, your CV. Okay. So tell AI that you are interested. I am interested um, in applying to geography at geography at Louisiana.
States.
This this state university. Okay, give me an outline to write my CV, to make my CV or anything. Okay, it will give you an outline, whatever you have to write. So you have to write your CV, you tailor it. So your CV should have the information just as we do normally and other stuff to show you education background, and you have to bring your research interest, relevant coursework. If you lack research or field, you should bring it. Work experience, if you do have research and further experience, you bring it, your teaching and other stuff, relevant coursework, your skills, professional. So you see, AI can help you get a very competitive academic CV. So this is how AI can help you to get your CV for the school. Okay. So AI can help you when you make your CV. You can put it in AI to correct your grammar. You can ask AI to see what. So if you have, let me see if I can upload a CV somewhere. Let me see if I can get somebody's CV. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see somebody's resume. So, like somebody's resume, this is a resume we use. So, what are the grammatical errors or something about my CV? AI will help you. Where show me the grammatical errors in this CV or something. Okay, AI will bolding it or tell it to bolding it for you so that you yourself you go and correct it. So, okay, so I'm asking AI to show me the grammatical errors in my CV. So this is a CV from somebody, and it's telling me. So you see consistency in terms of formatting, right? Sometimes the person will use PCR and do this. QPCR should be like this, okay? Postdoctoral and other stuff. Inconsistent capitalization. So you see, you are using AI. This will make you stand out in terms of your school application, right? Whilst they are seeing errors and other stuff in people's CV, AI will help you make your application much more competitive than others. Okay, so this is how AI will help you to correct your CV and other stuff. When you put it in, ask questions. So ask things that will make you. I'm just formulating, but you can ask things that will make your CV much more better, right? Much more
For
better, more.
example, to identify the strength, the weaknesses.
you can access all these things. So what are the weaknesses? What are some of the things that I didn't include? Or if you don't have it, what are the things that you should include? So irrespective of your relevant experiences, some people have experience than others, some do not have. AI will tell you probably you have to add this. So you did these courses. If you have your transcript, you can put your transcript together with it. Tell it. So these are my transcripts. The relevant courses can tell you this course because you are applying to this program, and you have interest in this like research experience. Bring these courses, or probably to tell you to take out these courses because you didn't perform very well and other stuff. So okay, so grammatical errors and other stuff, punctuation and other stuff. So this is how AI will help you to apply better. That's why we said work smarter and apply better. Okay, so this is one of the things AI will help you. Your CV. So if you have a CV, put in an AI and use it and do other stuff. Another thing we can use it to do is for you to write a code email. Okay, so let's pick a school. I don't know the person. The the other one that we did was somebody who is doing microbiology stuff related to microbiology. That CV is the one we used last time. So list universities in US that offers in USA that offers. Oh, in let me pick a state in New York or something, or New York that
I wouldn't go
offers.
for New York. New York is too expensive, bro.
I'm just using that as an example. That offers PhD microbiology. Okay, so probably the person is doing microbiology. So the next thing is code emails. Okay, so this school does microbiology, University of New York. They do microbiology and other stuff. So in doing your code email, we are going to use AI to do a code email. So this okay, so this is a program, this is a thesis, this is a program, and these are the requirements, and this is what they do, the research, and the admissions and so faculty. So I'm looking for faculty that probably is doing a research that I might be interested in. So this person research interest they have not listed over there, but I don't they should have listed the research interest of the professors over here. But I can
Yeah,
go
I think
through one one.
when you click on it, you might
It
find
starts
it.
going through one one. Some of the schools make it easier. You just click and the person research interest just shows up. This inflammatory and
Like
other
your
stuff.
school.
The person areas, but no. The person's interest might not even align with this. Does not even align with this. The person is doing um, the person is doing stuff, infectious disease and other stuff. Okay, so tick-borne disease. Okay, so you have a professor that you are interested in working with. You've seen this research. Okay, AI has helped you to generate your CV. Copy the profile of this person. You copy everything. Don't worry. Okay, publications. You can add publications and other stuff if you want or anything. Okay, so you put it in. Okay, so you tell AI using my CV, okay, write an email to this professor that I'm interested in his lab for my PhD. Um, you are interested in his lab. Then you tell AI to use your experiences. So one thing about code email that people don't know is it's about SOP and other stuff. It's all about your personal experiences. Okay, so use my personal experiences from my CV to write the email the email and tell him how my research interest aligns with his. So the person is doing, I think the person is doing tick. This is more like infectious disease, tick-borne disease. So the person's stuff, he has what's it called? He has written. I think he has written. I'm coming. Let me open his resume and see. The person has already written. Let me see. What we the CV, the resume we used last week. Um, where is it? Okay, let me project that one so that everybody knows what exactly we are doing. Okay, let me project his resume. Present, share my screen. Okay, so this is the person's resume. Okay, so this his research interest, pathogenesis of infectious disease, and it relates to that of the professor. Okay, so the person's research interest really aligns with that professor. Okay, so let's go. So now you tell AI that your research interest. I've uploaded his CV already. So
I think you've stopped
um,
sharing your screen. If you can double check first.
yeah, I've stopped sharing. I'm
Okay. Okay.
looking for my. Yeah, I'm going to open it again. I was looking for my stuff. So yeah, okay. So now we are going to AI. So use my experiences to write in my and tell him how my research interests aligns with his. Telling him my research interest in he's doing I think infectious
Tick bone.
disease.
I think tick bone or something like that.
Yeah, so the infectious disease, he has research interest in infectious disease, which relates to his tick-borne research,
Yeah.
aligns with his research as I aspire to be maybe a public health assistant. Okay, so attached is a copy of my CV. And so anytime you send a code email, make sure you add this. You have to add your CV and your academic transcript. Okay. Okay. Then you can even request for a Zoom meeting. Also request for a Zoom meeting to discuss the project. Okay. So let's see. Now we are done. Okay. Let's see what AI will do for us. So here is a code email to this professor. So the subject, and always you have to read. Okay, prospective PhD students interested in your vaccine and tick-borne disease research. Dear professor, my name is this and this and this. Okay, and he's using it. So with a solid, so he's using his stuff. So picking directly from the CV. So all these are in the person's CV. All these are in the person's CV, and it's relating to how the professors. You see how AI has done it. Furthermore, my work improves, resonates in public health challenges and other stuff. So you can use AI to draft a code email. You can use it to draft, you can copy and paste. This one is just email, code email. So AI can help you to draft code email to professors. So these are based on your personal experiences. So one of the things somebody can do is somebody can just use AI to draft a code email. It will be generalized because it is not personalized. All these things are personalized. These are the person's experiences. So if I use AI to write it and I don't generalize, it will give, I'm not the only one using AI. It will give another person the same information. We all send the same code email. The person will be smiling. Oh, these people, they have the same thing. They are even from different country, and they really know that this is not real. Okay. So that is one way to ask draft a code email with AI. Another thing that you can use AI to do is ask program coordinator questions. Normally, we tell you that if you want to apply to it, make sure you send code emails, ask academic questions before you even go to fund it. Some of you, when you want to apply to a program, you just send code, you just apply. Sometimes without the code email, you know much more about the program. Okay, so one of the ways to do is to build a very good relationship with the program coordinator. Tell the program coordinator staff, talk about the program and how the program will help you. Let the program coordinator really know that you are really interested in the program before you even put in the application. Sometimes they can give you information. Sending the program coordinator your CV and your resume, they can even look at it and tell you whether you're a good candidate for the program or not. They will tell you you are not a good fit or something. Okay, but engaging with the program coordinator is very essential. It helps you to know much more about the program. In as much as you are saying that some of you go and ask questions, one like last time, there are frequently asked questions over there to prevent people from asking so many questions. And there are also so people just ask questions and the program coordinator will copy the link and add it to your email and send it to you back. That means the person is telling you these things are there that you were supposed to read but you didn't read, which doesn't speak well of you. Okay, so there are questions that they do not post over there, right? There are questions. So ask AI to give you, you're interested in applying to this program. Tell AI to give you some academic questions, right? Some academic questions that do not appear on these frequently asked questions, or even other ones that are not department website. Okay, so draft an email to the program coordinator. I don't know the person's name. If you have the person, I mean, you can go and search for the person's name, but we don't have my time. Okay, so if it is this professor or a different professor, you just copy the name or something. I don't know. Maybe this is the professor. Okay, to to okay. So first thing is, what are some of the ask AI? What are some of the academic questions? Let's not go there. What are some of the academic questions you can ask a program coordinator that are not shared on frequently asked questions? Okay, so these questions are to help you engage the program coordinator to make him or her know that you are really interested in the program before you even talk about the funding. So show interest. Okay, so it will give you, could you tell me the typical academic background of most successful students? These are some of the things that you can ask a program coordinator. These things, they don't put it on the program website, so you can ask AI to give you more. Okay, so then you can ask, tell it, write email to this professor, the program coordinator, asking about. So I pick one. Okay, all these things are to build relationship with the program coordinator and other staff. Sometimes you can even request for a Zoom meeting to ask more. So the more you talk to them, they can ask you about your relationships and other stuff, your research experience, and everything. So this is how you can ask questions. So see, AI can really help you to be competitive in the school application. So all that you need to do is copy it, but make sure you read it. Some of you don't read it. Sometimes you say, my name is, then your name, or all the, if you don't read it, you can copy everything and send it and they realize you use AI to generate it. Okay, so please, anytime AI gives you something, go through it before you submit it or you do anything. So there's one way you can ask more questions and other stuff. There's one way to send code emails and share code email um, program coordinators and other stuff. And so these questions are not on the program website. So if you're a student who is asking some of these questions about research, about presentation, things the department has to offer for you and other stuff, it really helps so that they know that you are really interested in it. By the time you go, and especially I always say, if you find a professor who is interested in working with you, you don't just go straight to funding. Talk to the professor about his research. Okay, so if it is this professor, I check some of his research that he has been doing, or the research he has been doing for the past um, period, and some of his publication. I can go to his recent publication and read something, and I can use AI to ask questions or ask stuff about it. Or so you see, the person really knows that you are really interested in the research before you go straight forward to talking about funding and other stuff. That's what funding is, icing on the cake. If it is there, they have to give it to a graduate student. That one, but they have to give it to somebody who is really interested in the research they are doing. Somebody who is really zealous to do the research. If you're not zealous, they won't give you the stuff because research is very frustrating. Okay, so that is one way. So we have done code email, we have done searching for school, we have done CV, we have done code email. Okay, the next thing is statement of purpose. Okay, let's see how AI will help us to write a statement of purpose. So let's look at this school, the one that we opened. So this school is asking us to write a statement of purpose. They have given us instructions. Okay, so I'm applying to. So you tell AI you are applying to this school. They have given you instructions. Okay, okay. Let's see how we can write statement of purpose. So I am applying to.
So as the session is going on, please, if you have any question, just leave it on any of the platforms where you are watching. We'll read the question out and our guest will address
So
it.
I'm applying to geography at Louisiana State University. State University. Uh, I'm applying to the MS Geology or something. You can make mistakes, don't worry. AI knows much more than us. So university, I want to write a statement of purpose, to write a statement of purpose, and these are the instructions. Even if they don't give you instructions, AI can give you. But I mean everything that AI will give you, the instructions. My AI, the more you use it, the more it becomes. Um, so you ask it to give me an outline to write this, or something. This SOP. I mean, I don't have geography CV. I would have used it to. So this is based on your research experience or something. Okay, so I can use the guy's own. Okay, so um I mean it will generate an outline, opening and other stuff. I'm planning to forget about this. This is an example. Let me use the guy's own, the guy's CV, because I have a resume. I have the guy's resume. Let me try and use the guy's resume. My AI is getting slower. Okay. What about, okay, so using resume, my resume, I want to apply to PhD microbiology at, what's the name? New York Medical something something.
Yeah, New York Medical College.
Yeah. I just want to copy the name. Um, I've
That's
copied
stupidity.
everything. I was at medical college. Yeah.
You want
Yep.
shortcuts.
I want shortcut too, bro. Shortcut has failed me. Imagine. Okay. So I think so give me an outline. Okay, so you are using your own resume. Give me an outline in writing a competitive. Let me use a competitive statement of purpose. So AI is not supposed to, don't tell AI to you write it for you. It should give you an outline and you use the outline to write it. And in the outline, you can help it, it can help you to give you some of what you should. So open with a clear and your highest degree, um, in the second paragraph describe your academic trajectory. So okay, so this, so first one is I mean opening who you are and what you seek to be. You can start with a statement about your past, your stuff and other stuff. This is, now you talk about your academic background, your past, your research background, then the third, your current research, so your past, your present, then your future, what you want to do. So how the program fits you and other stuff and other stuff and other stuff and other stuff. Okay. So if you don't really understand something, you can just copy and tell you, please, is how do I write it? It can give you something, right? So provide a hook, a compelling reason. So it can give you an example. Don't use AI generated because they will know. Um, so if this place and you don't understand, you can ask AI, how do I write this? It can help you to write it. So let's see. So so yeah, a strong investors, how to write it, vivid, why it mattered. So you see one vivid moment, why it mattered to you, how it connects to your research part. Okay, so it gave you an example in this. This one, if AI generated stuff, if you have been using AI, you read it, you know it's an AI generated stuff. You nobody needs to tell you. And let me tell you, schools nowadays have apps to determine whether your writing is AI or not. So what you have to do is to just look at how they have written it, use it to write yours. Okay. So this is how you can use AI to guide you to write your standard SOP and everything. If you have been given um, like something like they tell you to write a diversity statement, how do you write it? Put your resume into AI. Tell it you want to write diversity statement. It should guide you in writing the diversity statement. It will give you, when you are done, you can put it in. I wrote this, bolding it and show me where I have to improve or what I have to say. It will show you. And you can put it in again. It should show you the grammatical errors. AI will show you all the grammatical errors. You fix everything before you submit. So AI is really a game changer in school application. It will make you to apply better and you are working smarter than others. Okay. So yeah,
And you're saving
anybody
time.
who tells you to use, yeah. Anybody who tells you not to use AI is lying. Okay, so now we have done searching for schools, we have done CV, we have done cold emails, we have done statement of purpose. My last one is graduate interview. So if you are going for a graduate interview with a professor, you can use AI to help you prepare. So an example is so I made a friend um, give me one of the stuff that um, uh, my friend, one of the stuff she's residence assistant. So I made it to give me one of the, before you go for qualities they expect, you, what the assistant shares. So if right,
You, I think your sound. You have muted yourself.
sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I made a friend give um, her stuff, and let's see if you are. So there's an assistantship staff that somebody is going for. So this is an assistantship, graduate assistant for resident life at University of Vermont. Okay, and these are the staff, your hours and other stuff that they expect you to do. And when it comes to these things, so nowadays schools and other, even if for jobs, they don't even read it. They have machines over there that do these things for them. Okay, this AI is getting slower. Let me open another chat GPT. AI should know, your ChatGPT should know much about you. Your ChatGPT should know your CV and other stuff. Okay. So upload. Oh, I'm still sharing the other one. Okay. So that's our final one. Then I mean you can use it to do several things, but I'm just using it to show you few things that you can use. So yeah, so upload your stuff and ask AI what are the qualities they are searching for, or what are okay. So yes, so this is the residence life. Okay, so what are the qualities, or what are the keywords? So they use keywords if they are using machines to auto remove people. They use keyword search in this. So what are the keywords that I must have in my resume to align with this graduate assistant, this position? I'm, I'm, I'm in a hurry not to do. No, no, I'm to do the assistance. Okay, so here are the keywords. So to prevent you from, so they have this app, ATS, okay, applicant tracking system that they use for screening. So many people are applying. They put it in the stuff. It use keywords in it, then it just removes you. So there are some keywords that you should have in your resume. So these are some of the things they expect you to have: student development. You have done student development before, one-on-one supervision and other stuff. So they can limit it, like if the person doesn't have more than four, take the person out and other stuff. So AI can show you these are the things that you should have in your resume. So at least you have participated in committee participation, or council recruitment and other stuff. This can help you. Okay, so then you can develop a resume tailored towards this thing. Then if you want to add stuff to your resume that you don't have, you are going for graduate assistantship, probably you can add that you were hall rep, or you see some of these things, you are part of school staff and other stuff. So you use it to align with it, with the assistant assistantship position, so that you have it in your resume. Then when you are called and you are called for interview, then you can use the same thing. So what? So I'm going for interview. So AI already knows your resume, all right, and also knows the position. I've not uploaded anything there. I'm going for interview for this position. What are the possible questions that could be asked, and how do I answer them? Okay, so let's see. So tell me about yourself. I mean, it's very, very common stuff. So start with your current role, relevant experience, and other stuff. Mention your supervised students or led communities. This why. How do you want to work in relevant at University of Vermont and other stuff. You see, so you can ask it to give me more. If my resume is not good, if I upload it, my resume, I can ask it. So with my resume, do you think it's good or I have to add more stuff? AI can help you to do that. Okay, it can tell you about your staff and your staff and your staff. And these are many more things you can use it using AI to do. You can if you do your own answers, you can put your answers into it and like, so this question, this answer, how do you think? It can tell you, frame it this way. Sometimes it can frame it to the extreme. That's why I'm telling you, you're a human being. You are not a robot. So you extract the valuable ones, then you go with it. Okay. So I'm using premium version, irrespective. The paid version does more than the free though, but the free also can do all these things. Okay, you can use the free to search for schools, to prepare yourself for school application. You can, oh, good. And the thing came here, ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. Okay, check important info. All right, so this what I wanted to say, it is here. So check important info. So as I'm ending my section, the most important thing is ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info and use AI to your own benefit. You should know how to use AI more than Snapchat. If you know how to use more than Snapchat and AI, you are a modern day ancestor. Nowadays, the world has really moved forward. So learn how to use AI for your own benefit in a smarter way to help you do stuff better. And that's how I end this session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, my good brother. And that was a short but informative session. God bless you for that. So, Patience is asking a question here. Let me project it. Hi, how are you doing, please? I am Patience, a graduate with a 4.5 CGPA. I am new to all this and learning with you guys. On the last session, I heard you say one can apply for a PhD without going through the master's route, so far as your CGPA is good. Can you please help me with the best way forward? Thank you. Before you answer the question, a quick one. If you have any question, please just leave it in the comment section. Also, I'll be sharing the link so that you can join us live and ask your question if you have any. So you can either share your questions in the comment section on YouTube, Facebook, or X, or you join us live to ask your question when we share the link. So over to you, my brother.
Yeah, so yes, patience is very true. You can get straight PhD with. I know we have so many people who got straight PhD without masters. So what you have to do personally, what I tell you is take your code emailing, very important. Okay, send professors you are interested in code emails. Tell them why your research interest aligns with them. You don't have to have the best experience in the world for you to get into straight PhD. I know people who are doing straight PhD. They will train you, okay, so that you do whatever thing that you want to do. So the best thing is get a very professional resume, then start sending professors code email, tell them you are interested. They are looking. So one of the things that I've realized over here, my advisor, when I completed my master's, he wasn't really happy, right? I even during the summer for some time I was still doing research because I, I was on the grant, right? It really affects them when they train you, you become an expert, you do stuff, then you have to leave and they have to train somebody again just for 2 years. So it hurts them. So most of the time, I know friends, they will tell you apply for a PhD. I know somebody who applied like Sell. He was applying for no, he applied for masters, and the professor told him he should change it to PhD. They change his application to PhD because they want to do more with you. So they want a student who can stay longer so that they can do more research with them. You get me? So yes, so get in touch with program coordinators, professors you are really interested in, even program coordinators, and shoot your shot. Send as many as you can because some of them they don't mind you. And sometimes it's not like they don't mind you because of the timing we send the code email. And sometimes when you send an email, use AI. You tell this after the AI has done it for you. Send a reminder if they don't reply you for about 2 weeks that I sent an email. I'm making inquiries about this, and yes, they will reply you. So yes, you can get straight PA. The other you need to do is market yourself very well. And if you need anything, you can get in touch with my brother Sly and other stuff. We are around. If you need help, we can help you with it.
Okay, there is another one here from Emmanuel Kwache. He's saying, please, what does it mean if a program coordinator didn't respond to my code email? So a quick one. I have shared the link. Gabby, I can see you backstage. I'll be adding you soon live. I've shared the link on the various platforms, WhatsApp, Telegram, and our various social media platforms. So please, you can join us live and ask your question as well if you can type. So go ahead, Tio.
So sometimes yes, some of the program coordinators are mean, right? But they are paid to do this. Okay. So if they don't respond to you, just as I said to patients, send a reminder email. Okay, that you sent an email requesting about this. Let it be sometime like a week or two. So if they don't want to reply you, they won't even reply you. And sometimes the way they even relate with you will tell you whether that's how important some of the code emails are. They will let you know the way they respond to you will let you even know if they even need you at the department or not. Okay. So per their responses and the things that they do, there are so many schools run. Okay, run away. That is the best thing. So you can send the person a reminder, wait for about 2 3 weeks and send another reminder. One of the reasons why you might even think the person didn't respond to you is you use your personal email. So me, sometimes if you use your personal email to send me an email, I don't see it, it goes into my junk. So if you have institutional email, use that one to send code emails. If you use personal email gmail.com, it goes to my junk unless per chance I go through my junks and I find it. Most of the times we don't even go through our junk. So please, if you have professional email, um, your school email, try and use that one too. That will help.
And also, just a little addition. Sometimes, too, the timing of your code emails are very important. When you
Yeah.
send your code emails during peak periods where maybe there are pressure on them, it becomes difficult for some of them to respond to you. But when you send your code emails before they start the process, let's say we know fall is admissions are going to open soon, which is somewhere August, September, you can even start sending your code emails now because some of them might even be preparing to come back from their leaves. Some of them have also not gone on leave. When you send a code email and the person has gone on leave, you get an automatic response stating that he or she has gone on leave and will come back during this time so that you can get in touch. So I advise that your code emails too, you can send them even before the program opens. Don't wait for the program to open before you send your code emails. That
Yeah,
is a little addition.
exactly. That is true. And
Okay, let
those
me.
who are waiting to get Ghana National Secretariat scholarship, it's not a good scholarship. You get hungry. Okay. So start the code emailing now. It's code emailing that brought me here. So that code emailing, no, don't take it for granted. It's very difficult. They won't reply you. I bet you you send like 160% will not reply you. You get like 20% that can reply you. Out of the 20%, one person, only one or two person will say, "Oh, I'm interested in you. Apply." So you see, your rejection rate is very high. So continue to do it until you just need 1 year to bring you here. So please don't take it for granted. It will bring you here if you take it serious. Okay.
Okay. So before I come to Gabby, how many code emails do you think prospective graduate students should send
So
when they are doing their
let
application?
me share my story. When I started this, data in Ghana is very difficult. So when
Okay.
I started mine, I used to wake up at 12 a.m. Midnight bundle. It was
Okay.
three CDs or 2.99. So that one was 5 gig or something. So I'll use that period. That one there wasn't AI. So I picked New York states like this. I make sure I finish like half of the schools in New York. I will send and send and send and send till 5 a.m. When it's 5, then I know I can sleep. Then I relax more, then I can go out, right? So as for the code email there, you send papa, don't forget about it. Like, so for me, I pick this state by state. So how many people know school in Kansas, like my school that I attended? No, nobody knows. How many people know about Wichita State? How many people are going to schools in that's what I always say, schools in like New Hampshire, and other stuff. People don't go there. Anytime you see people, that's why I tell people don't go to people to ask for schools. Now we are teaching you. Anytime you see people sharing schools, it's about these big schools we already know where there is too much pressure. That is where you end up. That's the school they will give you. So you do it yourself. You can search all the states. You get about 2 or 3 professors that are really interested in you. So don't give up with the code email. Okay, we don't recommend schools and anything for anybody. I don't do it. So please do it yourself. If you have been able to do it, you can do it. That is what I want to put it in your mind.
Thank you. So, Gabby, you are welcome live to the Delali Network. You can kindly unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and ask your question.
All right. Thank you. I'm Gabriel Nkasaba, an MPhil candidate for the Department of Linguistics, University of Ghana. Actually, this is new to me. This is all new. I've been on the platform for quite some time, but I've just been monitoring, taking info, hoping to, start when I get ready. Yes, so let's say, yes, I am a newbie. So, but then the question you asked, I think it was the answer I was already going to give, that until you get a yes, keep sending the cold emails. Yes, I
Exactly.
haven't started the process yet, but I think, yes, until you get that response that you're looking for,
Yep.
yes, you just have to keep sending them out. Yep.
Yep.
So I think that's what I'm
Exactly.
going to add. Not,
Okay.
I have no question per se.
Okay. Okay.
Just
Thank you.
need to
Thank
listen
you.
and learn.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Thank
thank
you
you very
for
much,
coming,
Gabby.
bro.
Okay. So, I'm taking you off now, Gabby.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Then there is a question from Derry. Now, Derry, I have an accounting background and I am diving into a master's in higher education. Do you recommend I take short courses related to the course, or is my experience in student affairs enough?
Derry, I like your question. Okay, I really like this question. So normally, when it comes to diverting and using it for school, like especially when you are trying to go into student affairs they really like people that have experience in it. Okay, so if I show you the, let me see if I can, if I still have it. The For my friend, the this stuff. Let's see. So the stuff that they really need. So these are primary duties and key. They need somebody who already has experience in higher education and student affairs. So if they have somebody already in it, they will pick that person over you. I should have seen it. Where is it? I saw it. I was reading it and other stuff, and I couldn't find it. I can't find it now. So yes, higher education administration. I saw. I think I when I use AI, we members of residence. So this stuff they really pick people from their field. Okay, so in diverting, you don't really have to divert that much. I really advise you can divert, but you don't really have to divert, especially doing school application in the United States, where the program is very competitive. What they will pick people that have relevant experience in that field over you. So in accounting, if you want to divert a little to programs that relates to accounting rather than this huge divert. They can give you admission without funding. If you want funding, then when you get here, then right now you are already here, then you try if you can do. But if you want to come here with it, I'll tell you that do your program and do related programs to it. If you have relevant experiences, like if you have been working as student affair and other stuff, yes, that one they can get you into it. But if you don't have student affair experiences and if you are just going to take like a short course and other stuff, I mean short course and other stuff will help though, but it can help though, but why don't you stay in your field? When you get to America and you get into student affairs, you can by chance get into it. Okay, so if you want to divert, don't divert too much. Don't accounting, they are related programs. And you use the AI to show you related programs, and accounting is a professional program. There are programs that will give you assistantship. If you don't have it, we have our Telegram page. We have video for business students over there. You can go and watch it and you see how things. So you do accounting and related programs. Don't that higher education nowadays is a hot cake. One of the hottest program in the world is higher education, because of the freebies in it, because you don't pay tuition, you don't pay rent, they give you stipend, they feed you, they do everything. So it's very competitive. It's for the education people. So if you are diverting from accounting to that, then you are reducing your chances. So don't do things that will reduce your chances. Stay
Okay,
in your, when you get here, then you can divert.
a follow up to her question. So, assuming she has studied accounting, but fortunately for her, she has found herself in the classroom, let's say
Yeah,
the senior high school,
yeah,
teaching accounting, and maybe doubles as an assistant hall mistress or a hall
yes,
mistress. And she has, let's say, prior background as a vice hall president or a hall president back in school. What would be your
yes.
advice in this situation for her?
Yeah, you so your professional experience can change your career career course. So my profession is, after I did molecular biology, and I see people after I did molecular biology, I'm doing astrobiology. Your professional experience can change your field. So you find yourself in, you have the relevant experiences. They need experience, you have it. It's just a build up. So they can teach you. If you can study, you have good resume and other stuff. That is it. You can use the experience. So right now, your strength in the application is your experiences. So you have to make sure you sell yourself very well with your experiences, and you can get into it. If you are a whole coordinator and all these things, these are what the student affairs, those assistantship, these are the things they do. So you have the experiences, they can even give it to you, right? But if you are somebody who doesn't have the experiences and you are directing, that is where the problem lies. You don't have the experiences because you've heard people applying for those stuff, you want to apply to it. But if you have the experiences in your SOP, stress on those experiences, and in making your CV, show, let your experiences show that these are the things that you are doing, so that they can clearly see and they can use it to pick you out. You can stand out using your experiences. That's the best thing.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so there's another question here from Password. Please, how do I write code emails? I guess he joined late. If you can address this.
Yeah, we use AI. Okay, so when the section ends, then you start all over again. Start everything, because you have missed a lot. So you have to start all over again so that you can.
I think I've lost him. Okay, no problem. So let's wait for him to reconnect. Let me add Duche Gatti on stage. Duche, we are live now. If you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, Theophilus is back. Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, sorry, my network was.
Yeah, you
Uh,
can go ahead.
yeah, that's what I was saying. You should start all over again, and he will be fine.
Okay. And the next one from Albertina Antwi. Hi, I am Albertina. Please, if I use Grammarly to correct my SOP, will it be considered as AI generated?
So Grammarly is also an AI. So Grammarly is just English. It's just correcting the English. So there is no problem with that. And to answer this, so some people will write everything and put it inside AI to correct grammar, and it will come out as AI generated. That's what happened to a friend of mine. Okay, it will come out as AI generated. So what you have to do is, if you put it in, tell it to, if whatever thing you want to do, right, grammatical errors, tell it to bold in all the grammatical errors for you. Then you see it, then you yourself, you correct it yourself. Okay, don't let it write it for you. It follows an algorithm, and that is what those machines they will use to detect. So don't even write it and put it into AI and tell it to correct everything. Let it show you where you have to correct, and you yourself manually do it. That is the most important thing.
Okay, thank you very much. AQ, so I can see you are backstage. I'm adding you live on the stage. You can unmute yourself, turn on your camera, and ask your question if you are ready. AQ. Okay, so whilst we wait for AQ, I have my personal question to my followers and listeners. How can one utilize social media effectively to help in graduate school application? Like the TikToks, the Twitter, the Facebooks, the Instagram, and co.
what me I use social media very well. X and LinkedIn.
Okay.
LinkedIn, don't joke with it. If you're a student, you should really prioritize because it's really a professional media. There are professors over there. You can go and add your professors and other stuff. They publish about stuff, and the more you yourself you're engaging in academic stuff and you are publishing, the more they. So I applied to my professor when I showed interest in him. When I realized LinkedIn said somebody has come to watch my profile, when I realized it was my professor. So they really check all these things. They really check these stuff, and the professors are there. You can, if you are interested in a professor, you can be following the professor when he posts something. Oh, I read about your post about this, and I'm interested in this research and other stuff. Do you have probably an opening in your lab and other stuff? So don't joke with LinkedIn, especially. Professors are there. Don't use Snapchat more than LinkedIn. Search, go to your program, go and search higher education. There are so many professors over there. You see, you can use AI, even AI itself, to search for professors. So if I've seen a professor like this, um I don't know, if I've seen a professor like what we did for this, okay, let me find a professor, this one, okay. So I can ask AI to give me professors whose research interests are just like his. Okay, it will give you professors whose research are in this, and it'll give you the school. Okay, so that's what people are doing. University of Tennessee and other stuff. All these people are doing something similar. Then you can even use these things to even search for professors and other stuff. So as for LinkedIn and other stuff is very, very important. Build one thing I will tell you is also build your LinkedIn profile. Use your LinkedIn very well. Advertise yourself. Sometimes when I go, I feel like people are doing too much because everything they want to do, they want to post it there. But it's all part of the packaging. Package yourself very well because nowadays when you are doing stuff, you put your LinkedIn profile on your resume or CV. If you put it over there, they go and verify whether you are doing something academic or very useful. So please build your resume very, very well. They really use LinkedIn and X. Some are on X, but normally it's LinkedIn. So please utilize it very well. Follow professors that are really in your area of interest. And sometimes when you see they've done something, repost it and do all these things. This helps them to know you more and to know that you are really interested in their research or something. Yep.
Okay. Dolly, I can see you backstage, Dolly. So if you are ready, just turn on your camera and unmute yourself so that I can add you onto the stage to ask your question. Dolly, if you are ready, just let me know by turning on your camera so that I can see and add you to the stage. If not, I would have to take someone's question. Okay, so let me add you. Dolly, you can go ahead and ask your question now. We are live. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, it's off. Okay, so the question that I wanted to ask, you addressed it a little bit. Can AI tools help identify potential supervisors or match research interests with
Yep.
faculty?
Yeah, that's what I just did. If you know a professor, you can just put it in. Tell AI, this is my research interest. Give me professors in US or New York that are doing this research. It can just help you to generate all those stuff. So AI is a very good, just as you said, you can use it. Just tell AI that I want to do this. It will search for you, like what I just did. Research interests aligning with this professor. They gave me more. So yeah.
Okay. Also, how can graduate students or prospective graduate students build a strong profile for their graduate school application? What are some of the pointers they have to check out?
So I have a friend I told her be a GT. if you have the opportunity to be a GTA, be a GTA. And if like social work, engage in all these donations and other stuff. All these things are part of the stuff you can use it to build yourself. So engage in things that will, if you know, so school application is not just one day. I believe school application should take time for you to come up with stuff. So if you are there and you are coming to graduate school, you know that, oh, I want to be in microbiology. If I want to be in microbiology, then during my national service, I have to make sure I have to get into a place where they do microbiology so that my research interests will align. So when I'm applying to school, I know that, oh, I'm going into microbiology. So I'm already in microbiology. I have the background to align with the program. Okay. So school application will also really help. Your pre-school application process also really help with your application. So that's one thing you should know. My ground.
You said what? Shit on my ground. Is ChatGPT the only AI tool that we should use?
No. My ground, you didn't come early. My own brother. Yeah, we have Grok. I told about Grok. Grok, if you're a student, you get 3 months free from Elon. You can also use it for. So sometimes I use GPT and Grok too.
So aside Grok and GPT, do you have any in mind which you can mention?
There are so many AIs, but these are the leading ones.
Okay.
Right? There are so many AIs. There are so many. There are so nowadays the number of AIs available is even more than what I can even think of. Like so many AI that can do videos, AI that can extremely a lot. And this Chinese one, what is it called? DeepSeek. Chinese
Yeah.
DeepSeek is also there. Yes, you can also use Chinese DeepSeek. I don't know whether I've not used the DeepSeek to do this stuff before, but I've used Grok and I've used GPT. But you can try DeepSeek. You can download it on your phone. DeepSeek is free, and you can use um, your laptop to also use the Chinese DeepSeek and see if it works. Yeah,
Okay.
but I prefer using those two.
Okay. Another question from Password. Please, if you are here and you have any question, we'll be wrapping up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So if you have any question, please don't feel shy. Just join us or leave it in the comment section and we'll read it out for it to be answered for you. Please, I completed the College of Education and haven't done anything research. I only did project work. What are my chances of getting a scholarship with a CGPA of 2.72?
So with a GPA of 2.72, if you want to get funded, normally in the United States, they will tell you your GPA should be 3.0 and above. Okay. So what I will tell you in the first place is evaluate your transcript. Evaluate with West. If you evaluate with West, it will help you. By the time you are done, you come like 3.1, 3.2, thereabouts. Okay. So it's very, very important. Evaluate your transcript. If you evaluate your transcript, forget about well, education people, not everyone is doing research. So it's all about your experiences in the classroom and other stuff. So it's not everything that is research. Sometimes it's based on your experiences. So talk about that is where your strength is.
But
Okay.
his final project work thesis isn't also
Yes,
like part of
it's
research.
also a project. Yeah, I mean when I go to US, it's only my final thesis project that brought me here. Okay,
That means
so
you were not having any publications anywhere.
I even up to now I don't even have publications. Even
But
up
you,
to now.
but you were fully funded.
I was even now I don't even have one publication even now, but I'm getting
Okay.
into PhDs and other stuff, doing stuff. So it's all about where you have to capitalize on your strength. So your strength is not in research. For me, I've gotten research experience and other stuff. Doing I've done a national research and other stuff. So when it comes to research, right now I have and I built a portfolio by God's grace, right? But when I was in Ghana, I wasn't having any of this. I don't even have publication even right now. If I'm going to do school application, I will never even stress on publication because I don't have none. Okay. I focus on my strengths. I've been funded by NASA. I've gone for conferences, astrobiology conference, I've gone for American Society conferences, I've gone for this conference. So focus on your strengths. Your strength is not in research. Focus on your experiences. You've been teaching during your school time. You went to do this teaching for internship. After school, you did national service. You were a teacher, and up to now, you are still teaching. These are and the experiences you have gotten from all this. Focus on those and use those ones to do school application. You don't have research, so focus on your strengths rather than your weakness. Forget about your weakness. Okay.
Okay. You made mention of he doing transcript evaluation. And
Where's
the truth is, you know the economy of Ghana. It is not everyone that will be able to maybe get the money to pay for the transcript evaluation. As of yesterday, I did one, and we paid around 333 Canadian dollars, which when you convert that money to CDs, that's huge for someone.
but
So
my hammer
hold
has
on,
been
hold on, hold
like
on,
10
hold on,
cities, 10
hold on,
cities to
hold on,
under.
hold on. So in that case, does it mean that when one is unable to do an evaluation to move the 2.72 up, he or she cannot get into graduate school and get funded?
So I have this friends that even with transcript evaluation, she didn't get 3.0 and above.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the things that will really help you when it comes to this is your code email with program coordinators and potential supervisors. Your GPA of 2.7, some of the schools take 2.7 in America, right? All that you need to do is to focus on what you can bring on board, your experiences, what the program will also benefit. So in writing SOP, that's why you have to write about your experiences and all those things. Your experiences are those things that you are talking about is to show them what you can also bring on board to the department. What can you also do? It's not just about you coming and be doing all these things. What can you also bring on board? That is the most important thing, right? So 2.72 GPA, they can put you on conditional stuff and give you assistantship. All that you need to do is when you get there, make sure you study hard and push forward. All right. So conditional admission, some can even like Irajua didn't get 3.0. She got 400 and had a deficit of like 500 and something. All that she was focusing on was she was focusing on her experiences and what. So she had an interview with the program coordinator and other staff. They telling the program coordinator all these things, what she can bring about the program coordinator, so that this person has something that is valuable that the program can also benefit and can contribute to the program. So your GP of 2.72 shouldn't be an obstacle. Okay, that's what I have to tell you. Focus. So focus on your strength when you are sending code emails and other stuff. Focus on your strength. Tell them your experiences in the email. Tell them you have been doing this, you have been doing that, you have been doing this, to catch them that you have something to bring on board. You have these experiences that they really require.
Okay. There's another question here from Mark Brown. If the school doesn't require transcript evaluation and your CGPA is, say, 3.2 on a 4.0 scale, do you still recommend that the applicant do a transcript evaluation if the school is a little bit competitive?
So you can apply with this transcript, okay? Without, if they don't require a evaluation, you can still do it. But for us, we are much more interested in getting admission with funding. Okay. So getting admission is funding. If your program is like a higher education, getting admission is okay, but you'll get into admission, but you can also apply for graduate assistantship and get into it. All right. But your GPA is not really that competitive. Why do you have to go to a slightly, if there's a slightly competitive, why do you have to even go to a slightly competitive school? Go to Nyama Nyama school, use it to build your resume, build yourself. Then you can go to the Harvard and you can go to the big schools if you want, or even the slightly competitive schools. So sometimes we should start from little, then get to the top. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So
So
if you don't
looking
have
at
good GPA, don't be thinking about these big schools. These big schools, yes, the flex. There is flex in it, but it's not about the school. It's about what you obtain whilst you are in school. That is the most important thing. It's not about school. We know people from Harvard. How many people from Harvard have you heard from after school or other stuff? It's people that that went to probably lesser schools you hear from. So please, Okay, the big schools and other stuff. Sometimes it's just, yes, they have the facilities and other stuff. Sometimes people hype it too much. You can do all the things that they are doing in your lesser school. So start from little, and if you have aim of going to Harvard, me right, if you give me Harvard, I won't go. If you go to Harvard and if you have aim of being at the top, then you go. Yeah, that's how it is.
Okay. So let's still focus on this same question, the CGPA. We know the school application process is holistic. Even your first class, you can still end up getting denied.
Yep.
And someone with a lower or upper will get in and get funded. So with a CGPA of 3.2 on the 4.0 scale, what should be the target schools this person should be looking at? Let's say if you know some schools, they give you like a GPA point range before you apply. So what GPA range should this person be looking at with a 3.2? Should the person focus on schools that are 3.2 and below, or only 3.2, or maybe 3.5, if you can
So
explain
so
that?
so all these, the first thing I will tell you is it depends on your engagement with program coordinator.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not only GPA they check. Sometimes they also check about what you can bring on board. Okay. So that's why I'm really interested in these things. What can you really bring on board? What do you have to offer? As for GPA, they know some people are not even interested in GPA. That's what my advice. Some of the professors told me. I don't mind. It's Ghana. They find giving you a like some big deal. They can give you an A without this place giving you an A is not really a problem. They really want you to know what you want to do, what can you offer, and all these things. Okay, so it depends on your and don't go to bigger school in the first place. Don't be targeting these bigger schools. Go to these medium and less medium schools where the competition will be a bit lower, so that you can put in application and get in touch with program coordinators and send them your emails and tell them stuff you can offer, your experiences and other stuff, and that will help you to get into school. Okay, so even if your GPA is like 2.0 and 2.5, your experiences alone, how you market yourself, can really help you to get into school. It's not only about GPA. Okay, that's why we have so many first class people in Ghana and other stuff, because they are not able to market themselves well. Brand yourself well. These are the stuff you see. We see these things as little, but it's huge. It's huge over here. So please, if you think you have a good GPA that you can use it to brag, use it. If you think you have experiences, you don't have good GPA, use the experiences to brag. That will help you to get into school application, this graduate school. It's not about only about GPA. And sometimes even your recommendation can even get you down. It's not only GPA, your recommendation alone. So all these things are factors. All right. So the first thing is your relationship with program coordinators. Talk to them. If they see your GPA and they will tell you it's not good. Me, one person saw my resume and told me this school don't apply to. Go and do 1 year research before you get into it. Yeah, it's the truth. And it's the truth because I never had research experience. And it was an R1 institute. You know R1 institute. These schools are doing marvelous research. So that is it. So build relationship with the program coordinators.
Okay. So looking at the funding cuts from Opana, your father, you claim your father, so and the whole brouhaha which comes with this non-immigrant visa application stuff, especially F1. What are some of the measures that one can put in place now? Because
Coding.
things are becoming very competitive.
Coding.
So what aside coding mill, what like maybe the focus on like some states, do you get it? Some programs, so that we can get in. That's what.
So the answer to this is coding. Okay, so let me justify why it's coding. Okay. The fact that a school right now is having funding doesn't mean it will have funding next year because of this funding cuts. Okay. It's not even about program. It's not even about state. As for the funding is general all across every state. Okay. So the more you get in touch with program coordinators, you talk to them, then when it gets to this funding, then you can ask how many students even are funded at this department and how many. So that is when you know that, because of the funding situation, we can only fund only one student or we can only fund 5 students, or we can't even admit international students or fund international students. We can admit you, but you have to search for grants from your country. So the code email is very important. I will show you all these things. So especially within this period where funding is an issue, take your code emailing very serious before you put in application, because you apply and they will tell you they are not even they know they won't admit you, but they won't put it on your website that they want. Some schools will be fortunate that they will put it that they are not admitting international students, but your relationship with the program coordinator will tell you, okay, probably you have to send in put in application, or this year we are not admitting any students, so that you can save the money for another school. Don't put in the application and waste your money. And recommendations too, especially how difficult it is to get recommendations. So the only thing I can say is coding more. That is it.
Okay. So talking about the statement of purpose, that's the SOP or the personal statement, which some schools also term it as. At what point can I look into my SOP and say, oh, this SOP is great now, it's excellent, it covers everything, I can use it for my school application?
Yeah, so when you I mean, just as I use AI to, so AI can help you to frame your SOP very well, right? You can AI, or even if you have friends, you can give it to some of your friends who have gone through this school application and tell them, hey, can you please review my my SOP for me? Some of them will tell you no. Some of them, I bet you, there are some people who are some way, right? All that you need to do is just let AI guide you to write your competitive CV SOP. You can upload it and ask it. So how do you find my SOP or something? Where do I lack? Sometimes it will put say so many things that are very, very extreme. Don't mind it, but make sure it's you follow the steps and write a very good SOP. You when you write your a good SOP, you yourself you know you've written a very good SOP. So please find time, write a very good SOP, and read instructions. Some of the SOP they will tell you is 1 page. Some of the schools they will tell you we only take 1 page. Some have word restrictions. Okay, they will tell you 500 words. Please obey instructions. If they say 500, they will read. If they read and it's over, that means you can't obey instructions. Common statements of purpose, you can't obey instructions. How much more will bring you here? And you see a machine, we say don't touch. You touch it and you spoil it. Okay, so please obey instructions in the school application. Some of the resume they will tell you 1 page resume, 2 pages, do not exceed 3 pages. All this stuff, obey instructions when you are doing the school application, and I believe you'll be fine by God's grace. Okay, and this is the period where funding is very scarce, so you have to make sure you submit a very good and competitive application. Whatever thing that you have to put it in your application that will make you competitive, please do it. That's what I will tell you.
Okay.
All right.
Can students increase their chances of getting funding by applying early and submitting a competitive application?
Yeah, so school application is based on case by case decision. Some of the schools they will tell you is based on case by case decision. So if they have we are picking 20 students and you apply very late. If they have 20 students, they accept them, the rest they will take them out. So the best thing is for you to apply early. Applying early is very helpful. It's very, very helpful. So if you want to apply to the schools, please apply very early. Okay, that's why we are showing you all this so that you start working towards it, so that you put in your application very early, because it's case by case. They are not, so the one who came first is the one we are reviewing. Second, we are reviewing. Third, we are reviewing. When we have gotten to our cutoff point, then the rest they have to go home. Okay, so please apply very early. If you have the opportunity to apply early, apply very early. It will get to a point it might be needful. When we have so many students, how do we eliminate some? Okay, let's do the first 20, those who applied first. We check the first 20, we got 15 students out of it. The rest, we give it to the next 5. The next 5, if about 50 people apply, that means like 1% of it. So please put in your application very early.
Okay.
It's very helpful.
If you're watching us now, we have over 100 people watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's very, very important to encourage us to keep on doing what we are doing. So my final question for you before we wrap up Some people feel very intimidated when it comes to school application. What are your final words of encouragement for those people? What can they do to kill that intimidation and start this process without fear? There are people too who have put in their applications and they got rejections, they got denials. What is your final words of
So
encouragement?
one thing I will tell you, don't let social media fool you. Okay. These people that are on social media, I got five funding, full funding, 10 full funding. They didn't tell you the number of rejections they got. No, even the greatest scientists and other stuff, they had so many rejections in life. So the fact that you did one application, five applications that didn't work doesn't mean it won't work next time. We all didn't get it at the first time, or somebody was even fortunate, he or she got it at the first time. That thing happens once in a lifetime or out of 100, only one person or something. So please don't let that discourage you. Put in, the more you are doing, the more you are increasing your chances. They will deny you, they will do, and don't let anybody make you feel like you can't do it. I did it everything on my own. I did me my time. If you tell me who did I watch videos to do school application? I don't even know. I was doing everything on my own. I didn't watch. I tell you, I didn't watch any video, anything, and I did my school application on my own. My SOPs, my friend who reviewed my SOP, my CV, my friends. I didn't even know about these study abroad videos and stuff. So you can do it on your own. Believe it that you can do it. Put effort in it, and you can do it. Don't let anybody deceive you. If they reject you once, that doesn't mean they will reject you twice. If they reject you twice, that doesn't mean they will reject you the third time. What I will tell you is don't do few schools, do more schools so that you cast your bread upon many waters. Don't be, you can start small. Don't be targeting big schools and other stuff. Yes, those are the dreams. So those ones you do like two, the dream schools, you do like about two schools so that far enough and also then you find somewhere to stay. Then you do these ones that these schools can, you can get into it. All that you need to do is to get here. When you get here and you come out successfully, you do the right things, you come out successfully after school. So please believe that you can do it. Don't let, nobody is an expert in school application. And if anybody says he or she is an expert, the person is a liar. Because even if you apply, you are not the one who will determine your destiny. It is some program coordinators and some few community members who are going to determine your destiny. Destiny, whether you get into it or you not get into it. So believe that you can do it, and you can do it. When you do it, you will do it. That is it.
Thank you very much, my good brother Theophilus. That has been an insightful session for about 1 hour and 30 minutes now. So we'd like to draw our curtains here. But hopefully next week, we are bringing you another insightful session with a lady who got a visa with Empower Loan Financing. So if it's something that interests you, it's not everybody that can get the funding. That one we know. So Empower has the opportunity for people to also come and study using student loans or educational loans. So just get prepared. Next week, we are having that session. We'll share the flyer on our various platforms and you join us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining, and God bless us all. Have a fruitful day. Bye bye.